Well, since we're talking about pea brains, we might as well, y'all. We just might as well. Our first video on the mother of many for 2025. She's running down her laundry list of baby daddies. And finally, she has taken off the filter and the heavy makeup, and she's back to being, you know, the original Strong Mommy Chrissy. Let's hear what she has to say.
Okay. The reason why I started this live is because not only do I want to say happy New Year and I love you guys and thank you for rocking with me. We've been here for probably around 13 to 15 years at this point. We've been here for a while, most of us. And if you're new here, welcome. But part of sharing my journey on this platform, you guys have seen me go through so much, and I feel like I am finally getting to the point in my life where things are starting to like look up, get better, yada yada.
Girl, these wigs have been heavily wigging lately. I'm not sure what the aesthetic we're going for, or it's so many, areas of opportunity for this particular hair. Like, you just been getting wigs and just slapping them smooth across your head and leaving them.
All those things, right? One of the things that you guys saw me struggle with a lot was the back and forth between my ex-husband and his girlfriend or whatever. That whole thing was a whole year-long debacle, probably the span over a couple of years, because the first part was us separating and then, the other stuff, right? So, fuck all that. You guys...
Why is she even still in the equation, girl? They've been broken up for like 2 years now. What's tea, sis?
You guys already know the struggle that I've had with that man and the lack of give a fuck. Now, I try not to get on here and even discuss this fool anymore because, for what? But at the same time, a majority of why I do what I do is because I want to keep it real, because we all have been through or gone through or are going through something similar. And I just want to say, because I know the message will get to him one way or another, because he did not answer the phone last night when I called twice. That was his chance to get cussed out over the phone instead of on social media. But fuck it. You don't want to answer the phone? Well, the message will get delivered. No, but seriously, like, here's my thing. I called this man. First of all, let me back all the way up. He does not call. He does not send money. He does not do anything. We know this. This is no secret. So this is not tea, right? But... and the kids, they don't ask for him. Let me just put that out there. My kids got a daddy, okay? They have a father. It's not him. He's just a sperm donor.
It's definitely not that man that you couldn't have been seeing for not even 365 days. If for sure not that person. But yeah, DeMarcus didn't want... First of all, we're not about to sit here and act like you and DeMarcus got 3 kids together. That's what we not fixing to do. I don't know what type of player ploy this is, but this is odd. The timing is really weird, girl. Because we have an expose coming on you. Once it hits the streets, it's going to spread like wildfire. But I don't know what this is supposed to be here. But what you're not going to do is pin them kids that ain't his on DeMarcus. Come on now.
But... what was I going to say? I call him every once in a while. I check in, and I've said this before on here, and I'll be like, hey, need some money. And this year I'm putting him on child support because I'm so fucking sick and tired of being nice, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't hold a job, but I got something for that ass this year. That's okay. That's all right. But for the longest time, I've been patient. For the longest time, I've just been like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to chase a man to be a father, because you can't do that. You can't chase men to be dads. And I don't have the time or energy. I have 9 children. If you don't want to be a dad, I cannot, honestly, I blame myself for not picking better fathers for my children. I had this discussion the other day with a friend of mine. And
Girl, how you going to have kids by better men when you're not a better bitch? Just generally doesn't tend to work like that. You can't have better because you have never been not even decent, girl. If that was the case, we wouldn't even be saying men plural. You would just be talking about one man.
I can't even blame the men, because at this point, I'm in the point of my life where it's time to take some accountability and really understand where I fucked up. This was only what I allowed it to be. My life and my, who I had children by, this is only what I allowed it to be. This is nothing short of my mistake. I'm reaping the not benefits, but like this is at some point you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? For the decisions that you made. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may not be next month. It could be years down the line. And I think now I'm really starting to understand, which is kind of sad, you know, that it took me so long to really realize. I mean, I guess I've been known, but it's like really come into knowing that for me that this is my fault. I don't blame these men for not being good men. I blame me for not seeing that they weren't. Because these niggas are not going to come to you and be like, I am not shit. I am a not shit ass man. I will not take care of kids that I may or may not produce. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. The point is, it's not 100% their fault. It's my fault for allowing them to get the coochie in the first place, if we're just keeping it real. Okay? I don't feel like sugarcoat shit today. I'm sorry. Okay? We're going to keep it real. All right? It's my fault for taking the chance and giving my wounds head over not being in there in the first place. That's my fucking fault. Okay? I'm Chrissy and I fucked up. I love my kids though. They're all blessings. They're beautiful. I don't take them back. But I do definitely understand that the struggle that has been created, not only me as a single mother for multiple years, but for like my children too, is a situation that I allowed to happen. Okay? That's me taking accountability. But at the same time,
that doesn't really sound like accountability. That sounds like you placing the blame on other people. Sounds like you're blaming the fathers and then not taking accountability for the fact that you're a piss poor bitch. Because in order for you to have all them kids by all them piss poor men, you had to be a piss poor bitch. Say it with me. I'm a piss poor bitch. Amen. Amen.
What I really fucking hate is a nigga who cannot do for all what he does for one, or he's inconsistent. That's the shit that my ex-husband does, and that's the shit that pisses me off. So I got something for that ass. All of the niceness that I've been, I'm sitting next to a Domino's, y'all. Or a Pizza Hut, I don't know what the fuck it is. Domino's. What was I gonna say? All of the niceness that I've given I do not. And for all of you who thought that that's who I was with or who I'm with, I'm not with that man. I will never be with that man. He has tried to get back with me multiple times, and I will not get back with him.
Girl, he needed a home. A home. Which I don't know why the hell he would hit you up, because bitch, you stay between blessings your damn self. But yeah, he needed somewhere to stay, girl, in a couple meals. 3 hots and a cot.
Because absolutely not. Now, obviously, in these last, 2 years or so, obviously not. But before then, you know, he was trying. And I think he's a user. And a lot of these men who don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of are users. And I feel like he was trying to create a gap between the girlfriend and me when he knew that the girlfriend was about to put his ass out because they weren't getting along or whatever.
Duh.
I didn't get on here and say nothing about it. All I said was, hey, listen, you know, no. But here's my thing. And I have nothing personal against him except for the fact that he's a horrible fucking father. A horrible person in general. And at this point, it's like, I've been very nice. You took my kindness for fucking weakness. You took my niceness, and you thought you was just gonna what? Disappear? See, the problem with him is, I can't talk about him in full without talking about the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend. So I won't do that. Because a lot of my issues come from, you know, certain things that are posted online and shit like that recently. And I don't pay attention. I don't monitor shit. But this situation I have, somebody sent this to me, and I was really irritated by it. Because I just talked to him. Normally, I would...
She stay offended by what Steffi daughter gets and what relationship Steffi daughter has with DeMarcus and his family. But you're not a likable bitch. You're not a get along withable bitch. You are very much like, none of your kids have a support system because of you. Nobody want to deal with you and your shenanigans. So, yeah.
Would not give a fuck. Because this bitch posts shit all the time that I don't give a fuck about. But, I just talked to him not that long ago. And I haven't texted him. And I'm like, listen, not to mention, I live very close to this man. According to where he says he's located, I live probably 40 minutes away from him. And it's like, although I don't want him around my kids for multiple different reasons at this point, because
How you don't want somebody around your kids who don't want your kids in the first place? Is that a trauma response? How the hell you don't want somebody to be around somebody they never gave a fuck about in the first place, girl? You think you hurting him? He didn't want them damn kids.
Let me know y'all can hear me, my bad. Jumba keeps calling me and I just told him I'm not bringing back any Skittles right now. No Skittles. I already ordered stuff that they're going to have. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. He threw me off. I'm like, boy, didn't I just tell you I was doing a live stream? I will be home in a minute. Okay, anyway. So this is what I have a problem with. I was sent something and I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about the girl, I'm kidding. I don't care about none of that shit. What I'm concerned with is I just got off the phone with him. I talked to him not that long ago. And I texted him a couple of times. And I was like, hey, I'm getting ready to take the boys to Great Wolf. You got any money? No response. Then a little bit of time passed, maybe a week. And I was like, hey, Christmas is coming up. Got any money? No response. I think I called him that day.
Girl, didn't the man tell you he will never send you no money? Because he know what you do with money. He said if the kids need something, let him know what the kids need. And it ain't going to be no money. We know Christina's relationship with money is non-existent. The money, it burns a hole through your hand, through your pockets, through that wig, child. The man said he's never going to give you no money. So you went all this time without filing paperwork. Is you going to get that DNA test is the question. That day, nah.
Day two. Just to see if he would pick up. He never picks up. So then he calls me back a couple of days later and we had a conversation, which I won't really disclose the ins and outs of the conversation. But I will note that he's been saying that he doesn't have a job. It's been hard for him to find work. And, yada, yada, yada. The classic deadbeat fucking shit. And so the phone call let me know a few things. Number one, you have a phone that works. That phone bill, I'm pretty sure his mom probably still pays for it. She's been paying for the shit for 20 years. Okay? You have a phone bill. You have a phone that works. You don't call your children. You don't even text me and be like, hey, blah, 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 how are they doing? Are they good? What's going on with them? He don't know nothing. He don't know nothing because he don't give a fuck. He don't call, he don't ask, right? And I don't, like I said, I don't chase men to be dads. I gotta let that go. I let that go. I made my peace with the situation. I've moved on. And honestly, quite frankly, as someone who grew up with a father who was not around and then not around, I would prefer you to just not be around. Because I don't want the boys to hurt. They don't ask for him anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore. We moved on. They got a new daddy now. Okay, it's stepdaddy season in this motherfucker. I don't care anymore.
Doesn't work like that,
but,
bitch.
Like I said, it's the principle. So 2025, I'm going to stop procrastinating and handle some business that I should have been handled years ago. A lot of you guys have been saying that. And I've been being nice. And I've been like, I don't want to do it. Whatever. It's not going to matter. Because at the end of the day, whenever the fuck you do clock in, I'm going to be getting my money for these kids. Because that's ridiculous. This is ridiculous, okay? So that's my rant number one. But fuck the money. The kids are going to get taken care of because they're my kids too. So I'm going to make sure they are taken care of no matter what. I don't give a fuck. Kim, don't delete any of the comments. I'm going to read these in a second. Even if you think it's some bullshit, I'll read them. Because if I want to, cuss a bitch out, today's the day. I have a minute, okay?
What is the part on that wig?
I'm the fuck back. So, I'm going to get this out and then I'll read some comments. But, long story short, kids are taken care of, so it's all right. But they still do deserve help and support from their father. So we're going to take care of that this year.
You ain't been producing no content, girl. You feeling the squeeze trying to pay that rent, huh? You feeling broke, huh? You want your baby to pay child support, huh? It ain't gonna happen, huh? You laying in bed, huh? With a man who ain't got no money, huh?
That's going to be something I handle, not online, but I'm going to take care of that and handle that this year. I'm going to stop procrastinating on this shit. That's something that's just like, I need to handle that. How you just have some business you just know you need to handle, like, I need to handle this, okay? So I'm going to do it. So that's that. But what I really have a problem with is how you had the audacity to tell me, you have the audacity to tell me that you don't have any money, you don't have this, you don't have that, and then I see you're traveling to Texas for the holidays.
Oh, she's mad. Let me tell y'all why she's mad, y'all. She's mad that he has children with women he can communicate with, and that his family has a connection with the other children, But her children are outcast children. Girl, you got pregnant by a stranger several times, but definitely that time. You never built a connection with his family. Your mouth is too big. You're ignorant. You've been rude. You've been ghetto, girl. That you are not the woman any man's mother wants to see walking through the threshold. Don't think you've ever walked through the threshold because, baby, you weren't invited. So you're mad that the kids are invited? Those are his kids. He has a co-parenting relationship. Remember the same co-parenting relationship that you were trying to block? You've been hating on poor baby girl since she's been born, girl. Let that child go to Texas and visit her family. That's her family. You got one baby by DeMarcus and a possible. They can't go nowhere. He took Junebug to Texas. That ain't even his damn blood son.
Somebody paid for that, whether it be you, your mom, your girlfriend, somebody you fuck with, whatever. Somebody's paying for that. So somebody needs to be sending some money on your behalf for these kids, period. That's what I feel like, okay? But also, what I don't appreciate is that you can't even call or check on these kids over here, but you're taking trips with other ones. I don't like that.
Girl, mind your business. What kids do you want him to call? You want him to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot to find out which one he gonna call because he don't know which ones are his? Child. The only sure thing you got over there that belong to DeMarcus is Blaze. So I guess he can call Blaze, but what you better not do is put that possible on the phone, and you damn sure better not put that Junior on the phone, because you know you wrong, bitch. Now you know you dead ass wrong. Now be so for real. People get treated differently. He know that's his daughter. You mad. You're mad that they have a sure thing and you got one in a possible. Whose fault is that? Like, give the whole shit a rest.
Because if you are a good father to one, or a present father to one, but you're not a present father or a good father to all of your kids, you are still a deadbeat. You're still a shit person. You don't get no fucking kudos. You don't get no claps, no round of applause from me. And that's for anybody in any situation. You have to be a good father to all of your kids to be considered a good father. So I just don't like that shit. But I'm not really worried about it for my son's sake. I mean, at some point in time, they're going to get older and they're going to have some very difficult questions for that man. And it's going to be on him to try to answer that and make my kids feel.
So it ain't going to be on you to explain why all these kids got different daddies and most of them ain't present. You ain't going to have no explaining to do. Lucy. You ain't going to have to be accountable for your wholeness and that wide open coochie. That is crazy of you.
Try to answer to them, okay? But as far as I'm concerned, I've done all I can do, and I've let the door open. It's not like I'm preventing anything. It's just that there's nothing that's been happening, So it's just like, okay, but you're gonna get called out for that shit because I don't appreciate that. You tell me you ain't got no money and you struggling, I expect not to see you out here living your best motherfucking life. And you ain't got time to take no motherfucking trips back home. Motherfucker, you need to hit that.
Ain't you the same person who say you don't have to look like the struggle because you struggling? DeMarcus said the same thing, bitch. He ain't got to look like the struggle because he's struggling. He can get flued out. You the same person to be homeless and walking around with fake Louis bags. You not special, girl.
That payment and get some money in your pockets. That's what you need to be doing. You talk about how you didn't have any money and how you're broke. Can't send me a dime. I haven't got a dime from this man. I haven't got a dime. Not a dime, and not in I don't know how long. And then the last time I did get something, it was very little. And I'm talking about very little. Okay. And at the time, I'm like, you gotta have to give me something. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I'm very unproblematic. I feel like because I have a following, people try to play on my top and act like this is that, but it's not. I don't cause problems. I don't blow your phone up. I don't even ask for shit mostly. But every once in a while, I'm like, okay, do you have to know you have kids, other kids? You got other kids. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot more I could say, but I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. But that's my biggest thing.
She is so jealous of that little girl. It is sad. It is sad. Now, granted, he shouldn't have been over there humping on you, for sure. He shouldn't have been doing that. But I think he made it crystal clear that he didn't want them kids. I don't know what happened with the possible. Don't know what happened there. But we know for sure that man was not interested in continuing to reproduce with you, and you took it upon yourself. Actually, you got up here and told us that you went to the shop for one of the kids that y'all were supposedly having, and then immediately follow up by having another baby. Now make that make sense. Run the math on that. It's not adding up. Something ain't adding up, girl.
Concerned. I want to emphasize, I'm very happy, okay? I'm very happy in my personal romantic life. If I wanted DeMarcus, I could have him today. I could have him today. I don't want him. I'm not interested in being in a relationship with him, but we do have kids together. And so I think that it's important to understand that if I have a requirement or if I have a request, I think that should be addressed. And it takes for me to be very, very upset. And not even...
Girl, it was addressed. He said he ain't got it. He ain't got it to give, baby. He told you he won't never send you no money. Do we need to run that back? Where he said he won't put no money in your hand? Do we need to run that back? And then you got mad at the Mexican witch, and she the one that bought your kids some clothes. And you still got up here and dogged her and dragged her, so ain't nobody else doing shit for them kids, girl. You might as well hang it up, bitch, flat screen.
Even then, do people understand? You know what I'm saying? It's like, everybody, this, it always goes back to, oh, you want him, you still want to be with him. Bro, I didn't want him when I had him. You know?
Could have fooled us.
That was a majority of our separation.
Could have fooled us.
Or at least half. That was my part. You know, I just was tired. So and it's been years. So I've made peace with everything that's happened in the last several, whatever years. But, you know, I'm still never going to get over that bullshit. If you going to do some shit like that, make sure a bitch don't post it on mine, because I'm on your top from now on. And that's really what it's going to be. That's really what it's...
How the hell you think you going to dictate what somebody else posts about their kid, number one? Number two, that girl ain't even said who was taking the child out of state. She did not once say who was taking the child out of state. You're just that fucking nosy, bitch. You really need to mind your business. Don't you have better things to do than to stalk somebody else about their child? That is weird behavior.
It's gonna be, because no, not okay with me. You're not gonna get off scot-free anymore. That's really what it is. This is just a PSA, because it's gonna get delivered. The message is gonna get delivered. This is just a motherfucking PSA. I'm on the top from now on. And working under the table, not gonna work. Not gonna work. I got some things for that too. So if anybody gonna get it, I'll get mine first. Second, third, don't matter. He got 4 baby mamas, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what this is. Honestly, that's really a majority of what this is. Just sorry ass shit. And it kind of irritated me. Like, okay, all right, but you didn't have no money though last week. But you're taking trips this week. Okay, let me read some comments. We're gonna wrap this up. Time. That boat been sailed, right? Definitely been sailed. So you mad at him when you could have been on birth control? I just said, I don't know.
Girl, hello, white lady. The one that tried to put you on the list to get your tubes tied, and you got mad.
Look, listen. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I have already said in the beginning part of this live stream, if you have not seen it, go back and refer yourself to the beginning portion. This is a situation of, yes, I definitely could have. I definitely did make my bed, and yes, I'm definitely laying in it. And unfortunately, I did not pick wisely. So this...
Girl, then lay there and rot and get away from us with this.
Message to everyone who's not me.
Oh, the man got 4 baby mamas. Bitch, won't you number 3? So number 1, of course, they get a hall pass. Number 2, yeah, you get the benefit of the doubt. But number 3 and 4, baby, you signed up for this. Signed, still deliver, bitch. It's yours. Yours to deal with.
Make those mistakes for me to let you know. PSA, bitch, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. It's frustrating and it's difficult and it's annoying as fuck. Right? And I could get into all the logistics of everything, the ex and the girlfriend and all. I could do all that, but I'm not going to do that today. What I just wanted to say was, this is a repercussion of my actions as well. Like, we should not even be having this discussion. When I bumped into him at that bar nightclub thing several fucking years ago, I should have just kept fucking going. You know what I'm saying? But I did it. So I cannot take back what's already been done. Bookie Bear, I can't do that. So I gotta sit here and live in my shit. And it doesn't stop me from having emotions. I'm still fucking frustrated. Like, hey, nigga. You know? But on a regular basis, is it on my mind? Am I sad about it? Am I mad about it? No, I live my life, and I try to live my life, with positivity and to mitigate all of the negative energy, because I don't have time to go back and forth. You want to be a ghost, you don't want to be involved in your children's lives, fine, because honestly, I only want people in my kids' lives that want to be present. I only want people who have the best intentions for my children to be around them, and that's all. That goes for all of them. And I think it's clear I'm not the problem. I have multiple baby daddies, just like he has multiple baby mothers, and I don't have this level of frustration and difficulty with any of them. He's always been my problem baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always has been, because he's always been not shit. Hell, and there's just no excuse. Listen, you guys. There's just no excuse for this. I don't give a fuck what it is. There's no excuse for this shit. So I'm not gonna sit here and listen to any comments that's just trying to make excuses. There's no excuse for this shit. It don't matter if I wanted him back, which I definitely fucking don't. As you can see, I'm clearly moved the fuck on. Okay? I'm planning my life and my future with someone completely different that has never been the level of scum at any point in his life that man hasn't been. Fuck no. Okay? I'm just now at almost 35 figuring shit out, and I'm patting myself on the back, because they're better late than never. Okay? But I say this to say there are some women who watch my channel who don't have kids. There are some women who are younger who watch my channel who maybe obviously don't have 9 kids. And this message is for all of us, not just me, not just for me to vent, but it's also because there's some real life shit going on. And I actually also have a problem with the fact that everybody else can get on here, they can talk about their kids, their relationships, and everything else, and nobody goes in on them. But as soon as I say something, I'm the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. I'm speaking facts. Either you're going to receive it, or if not, that's fine. You can move along. But that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a majority of us, we understand. Like, for those of us who have been here. And if you haven't, good for you. Don't ever be here. But it is what it is. Hey, Mrs. Cheeks, sis. Put him on those papers. Continue being a great mom to your kids. No stressing in 2025 about anything. Kenya, exactly. You hit the nail on the head. Exactly. It's not something to stress about. I feel like it is unfortunate, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. Like, absolutely, that is unacceptable. If you're going to, listen, not to talk about my other baby daddies right now, because this is not really focused on that, but if we're talking about baby daddies in general, fuck it, why not? But I will tell you, there are differences in the type of person. Now, Kaya's dad, let's just talk about him for a second, okay? Now, Kaya's dad and I did not always get along.
Girl, you lucky Kaya's dad even breathed the same air as you hold after you tried to pin them motherfucking twins on him like that. You damn lucky. You're damn lucky.
Right? Truth be told, I don't think I even talk about him much on here, except for when I compliment him. We had a lot of issues in
you
our
being
relationship,
a cheater and a loose
even
whore.
after our relationship ended, when Kaya was a baby, there was a lot of drama and back and forth. I felt like, whatever. I feel like there was a portion of time where he didn't see her. But I feel like, there's a small percentage of men who can be fuck niggas and then get their shit together. Like, stop being a fuck nigga, stop being toxic, stop being difficult, and start cooperating. You know what I'm saying? Just start doing what they're supposed to do.
Let me stop you right there, y'all. Let's do a blast from the past, okay? Because y'all know I'm good for a good blast from the past. That's kind of my thing over here on Star TV. Is blasting from the past.
Anyway, a read under the weather.
She was sick.
One for the books.
Surprise, surprise. She was sick then.
So I wake up to a DM, all right? Now, you guys all know I've been very open about my journey with my baby father, the boy's dad, my ex. This entire time. And although I have more things that I could say about that situation, I have stopped talking about it because, honestly, it just was a situation that I didn't feel like needed to be addressed anymore at all. Like, I have no reason to continue to talk about him. I have no reason to continue to talk about his relationship because I simply don't give a fuck. I don't care what they got going on over there. And there was no updates on my end. Nobody's reaching out for my kids. Nobody's, he hasn't, gave a fuck. So why should I? So, what was I going to say? But today, the same girl, the girlfriend, messages me on Instagram. And the reason why I need to say this now is because this is one of those types of people that likes to really do dumbass shit and then act very, very innocent about it. And I don't like that shit. Okay? First of all, everybody who was with me last year, with everything that happened with that whole situation, it all played out online, unfortunately, but it did. Y'all know what I went through. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know the arguments back and forth. Y'all know what was said. So the audacity, I feel like, to be even contacted by her is just ridiculous. So basically, she DM'd me. And basically, the DM was just basically her asking, like, what the boys' clothes and shoe sizes are, because they...
So, wait, somebody reached out from the center, well, the part of the earth with your baby daddy for these same kids that you complaining about in 2025. They were trying to assist you, and you had an attitude.
Want to send the boys some stuff. Now, our first thought is like, oh, okay. But I immediately got irritated, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't feel that I am. Matter of fact, if you think that I'm wrong, keep it to yourself. I just don't care. Because I know I'm not wrong. Because the thing is, it's been a year, first of all. And the last time that we had interaction was not very pleasant at all. Okay, it wasn't pleasant at all. Okay, she threatened to have my kids taken away from me, like as if that was even a thing she could possibly do. Just the audacity of the bitch to even try to do that. She threatened all kinds of different things. Her sister was in my inbox. They're racist. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of different things. And I haven't heard from the boy's dad since all of that happened. I haven't heard from him since they did. I think we had one text message conversation after that when CPS was coming to my house. And I had a conversation with him via text message. He said something real disrespectful and he got blocked at that moment. I said, at this point, I'm protecting my peace. There's no need for me to deal with this. It's not beneficial for me. You're not calling for them. You're not doing nothing for them. So why am I, whatever. And if it's that serious, it's 2021. You'll make a way. And so, anyway, she messages me and she asks me, you know, and like normally if this was any other situation, like say for instance, Kaya's dad is married. If his wife were to text...
See, this hoe, she's so bitter about what happened between her and DeMarcus. She can't see the forest for the trees, hoe. You just sat up here and admitted online that you blocked that man from being able to contact you about his kids, but you want him to do shit for you. Somebody that was with him in a relationship at the time reached out to try to do for your kids, and you got mad.
Me or call me and say, hey, we're trying to do this. She does things for Kaya all the time. And so it's never no problem. And I didn't used to like his wife either. That's a whole nother story. Maybe I'll make a story time about it.
That was 8 baby days ago.
I didn't used to like his wife either. And we used to have our problems. But you grow past that. But ain't no shit that ever happened like what happened with me and this other girl. Okay? There is no coming back from that. Bitch, I do not ever want to hear from you. Do not ever put yourself in my fucking inbox. Don't ever come trying to be nice. Because guess what? First of all, the shit that happened between us, like the shit that was done, the shit that was said, there's no coming back from that, number one. Number two, it's not your responsibility. It's 2021.
Okay, cool. So y'all heard her say that it's not the girl's responsibility, but now she's in here crying a different tune because their baby girl is going to Texas to visit with her family. Girl, get a grip. Get a grip. You don't dictate nobody's life. You don't know what the circumstances is around that little girl going to visit her family, but you got up here on the www.worldwideweb and told everybody that you blocked that man. And now you're saying you want somebody to reach out on his behalf to do something for them kids. No, baby. When people were reaching out on his behalf to do something for them kids, basically, you told them to kiss your ass. So now it's up, it's stuck, nobody gives a fuck, and you're mad. You in this wig. Wig can't make her mind up, child. She don't know what the hell going on in the world. Bye, wig. Bye, wig. We don't care. You and them kids. Oh. And just as I'm trying to finish reacting to the video, do y'all know this hoe put that on private? Do y'all know? Hold on, let me see. Girl, just poor and pathetic. But basically, she was going on to run down her laundry list of baby daddies. Are you not embarrassed? That is embarrassing. But I guess if she puts it back up, we'll come and do a part 2. But this has been your girl, Marisa Star of Star TV. Y'all tell me what y'all think about her. And out of all 99 of her baby daddies, she just remains fixated on DeMarcus. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's do another blast from the past. Because the her and DeMarcus era, that was a legendary era. That was the era that made her popular over here. So let's run that down. Let me see. Cause child, she was up here snotting and carrying on and doing lives and getting mad and child just doing so much. It was a lot, girl. You did a lot in that time period.
My hands being extremely swollen and having all these issues. I don't sleep well at night, so I'm up like every hour and a half, waking up, trying to shake my hands up, trying to stand up, walk around and get some feeling back. It's horrible. It's bad. The swelling I'm going through is like, I could barely fit my shoes. Like, it's bad. Went to the doctor yesterday real quick, just side note, and you know, my nurses were like, oh my gosh, you're so swollen, but I'm not swollen to the point of danger and my blood pressure is good. So that's good. But of course, because of that, there's not nothing they could do for me. So I don't want to have him right now anyway. I want him to, he's already got to be born early. I don't want him to have to be born even more early. You know what I'm saying? So if the longer I can keep him in, the better. But girl, it's just so, I'm just so fucking over this shit. Y'all don't even know. It's the heat. I think that's what it is too. Who gonna want his big baby self? Nobody. Girl, you'd be surprised though. Thank you. Love you too, Amy. Hey, Hannah. Good morning. Okay, so here's the thing. Preeclampsia. That's what they're you know, on the lookout for. I'm going 3 times a week. Shit. I mean, they better know for sure whether or not I have it or not. Okay, but anyway, so let me just start with the story. Okay, so I wake up this morning and I actually had already woke up early this morning, probably like around 3:30. Because my hands were so hurt, I got in the shower because it was like my arm too. So I was like, I got in the shower so that the water could wake my, you know, stimulate. I feel like hot water helps stimulate my blood, you know. So that's just my theory. And so I got in the shower and I was like, you know, trying to sit there and just massage my hands and stuff like that. But I still have sleep, so I got back in the bed after. So then I happened to wake up again and sit up because it just was like, damn, okay, you know, get up, put some clothes on, and wake my hands up again. And it's like no sooner than I sat up, I get a text message and I'm like, me too. I'm surprised I'm not bad. Reducing sodium might help. Yes, I tried so hard to reduce my sodium as much as possible. I don't add any to my food. I know when you eat out and stuff, you can't help that, but I try to reduce my sodium and drink a lot of water. That's what they've been telling me to do. So I always have me a water wherever I go. So, okay. So, but anyway, what was I say? Shit. So I get a text message. Right, it's early in the morning. Daylight has not even fucking broke here yet. I'm like, who the fuck is texting me? Right? Mind you, let me just stop right here. Mind you, I had I text buddy because last night. I texted him last night because I was so, you know, I had sat down from the whole day and I was like, yesterday was the twins' birthday. I sat down from the whole day and I was just thinking about how mad I am. And I just sent him a text message. I said, you know what? After today, I release you. You know what I said, it was a long message. It was a very, very good message. I sat there and I put all my feelings into one text message. And I said, you know what? You don't have to write me. You don't have to check on me. You don't have to check on the kids. I get it now. You know what I'm saying? If I call, you don't have to answer. That's fine. I whatever message you're trying to put out there, I receive. And I'm like, you know, I'm hurt, mad, angry, all these other things. And maybe one day I can forgive you. That day is not today. But I hope that you get what you deserve in life. After today, though, I have to let it go because I have to focus. And I can't be focused on this. So he ended up texting me back. We went back and forth a few text messages. The conversation didn't go anywhere. The same conversation we had the night before he left. Same conversation we have every time we talk about this. It's just like, it doesn't go anywhere. And so I was like, whatever, you know, sent a couple of text messages. He didn't respond. He's been acting real funny about the phone lately. Like, I personally, I don't know.
So in a nutshell, girl, he's been ignoring you and paying you dust. The man never saw it for you. Never saw it for them kids, never saw it for you. But you being so desperate and trying to trap these men over and over again, you continue to lay down and get pregnant. Told us that you went to the chop shop and then got immediately pregnant again after that. At the end of the day, like I always say, who gets stuck with these damn kids? And it don't be the men. It's your dumb ass sitting there looking very much stupid with 9 kids that all rely on you, except for one. Yikes.
I don't know where he's at, but I don't think he's at his. I don't think he's where. I don't think he's with his mom. I think he might be at somebody else's house or with somebody else, because his text, he don't respond to me at all, and then he responded to me during this little portion of time, and then not like I hit him up on a regular basis, but like I said, I called him the other day, and he didn't answer at all. Didn't even return my phone calls. So I've been wondering, like, why is he so funny with the phone? Because he's not usually funny with the phone like that. Like, if I call, he'll answer. If I text, he'll respond. Like, he's not usually funny with the phone, like, at all. So, anyway, long story short, I sent a couple of last text messages, and I was like, you know, this conversation clearly isn't going anywhere. Nothing's changing. This is why we're not together now, shit. And I was thinking this morning, first thought, I'm like, well, shit, nobody else will be texting me this early. So, it's probably him responding from last night. So, I go grab my phone off the charger, and it's from this random, the first thing I see is 218. And I'm like, I don't fucking know anybody from a 218 area code. So who's texting me from 218 this morning, early in the morning? Off top, I'm like, this has got to be the wrong number. So I open up the text messages, and this, first of all, whoever's texting me is texting me from a fake number. It says, sit from, like, not text free, but like, what is this shit called? I don't know, whatever text app they used. So they used it. First of all, they're a hoe for that. Like, if you got the balls, hit me up from your real number, bitch.
Oh, girl. I thought the wig you had on in today's live was bad, baby. This one here takes the cake.
So, especially at 5 o'clock in the morning, shit. Hit me up from a number where I can call and talk to you. Matter of fact, call me. So, it was a female. Text my phone at 5 o'clock in the morning from a 218 number, fake number, because I tried to call it. And said, oh, I hope he told you we have a healthy baby girl due in October. Now, I pray this is just a motherfucker playing on my phone, just like before. I pray that's what this is. Thank you for the super chat. But I'm like, you know what? I kept my cool. Because if you do the fucking math, which I've done, he was gone. Remember, at the beginning of the year, for 3 months, he was fucking gone, right? Do y'all remember that? He was gone for 3 months at the beginning. I was thinking to myself, I called Jasmine. I said, Jasmine, this has got to be some type of motherfucking prank, joke, something. This can't be true, because this person said they're doing in October. I'm doing September. I got pregnant at the very last few days of December. So they had to have gotten pregnant. At the time I was thinking they had to have gotten pregnant. I was half asleep. So at the time I said they had to have gotten pregnant before me, but that's not true. It's after me. So once I thought about it, I was like, okay, that's right around the time he was in Texas. Do y'all remember that shit? Because at first I was like, no, this is a bitch playing on my phone. This is one of the same bitches who've been playing on my phone for 2 weeks straight, right? But then I'm like, okay. But why would it hit me up at like 5 o'clock in the morning on some shit like that? So I was like, what did I say back to this person? I was like, oh, is that right? Well, who is this? Who are you? And they didn't answer the question, of course. And they were just like, something about this is why you were blocked. I'm like, bitch, I ain't never been blocked. If we're talking about my nigga, I've never been blocked. He's never blocked me. It's one thing to not answer my phone calls. It's a whole other thing to block a bitch. You're not blocking me. I don't know. And I don't know, whoever this is, they're trying to make it seem like I guess they're together. Like, we're just trying to live in peace. We don't need the stress. I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch talking to? Like, cause if this is not the wrong number, if this is somebody who's truly laid up with my husband, bitch, you laid up with my husband. I'm not laid up with your husband. The fuck? I called his mama. I called him. I tried to call the number. I called every goddamn body. And sent screenshots to everybody. Hell, I even sent screenshots to Instagram. Somebody find this bitch. Like, I'm just, I want to cry so bad. Cause I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit. I don't deserve it, and I don't need it. But fuck that nigga. Like, and I called several times, and no response. We'll see. We'll see if he messages. If I was the man, and I was in this situation, and this shit wasn't true, or this shit didn't happen, or I don't know what the fuck's going on. As soon as I get the message, a screenshot or whatever, I'm calling like,
If you were a man that gave a fuck, girl, he didn't give a fuck.
But I was like, you know what? Let me just calm down because I know somebody's been playing on my phone. You know, I'm trying to be level-headed about shit. Like, I know somebody's been playing on my phone. Whoever is playing on my phone is, you know, who has been playing on my phone has been preying off the fact that, you know, whatever. I don't know. Trying to deliberately upset me. The mistress always knows about the wife. Unfortunately, the wife never knows unless the mistress tells. Trust your gut. See, and that's the thing. It's an unfortunate situation, but you have to put him out of your mind until you know you and your baby are good. I know. That's what I'm trying to do. It's hard though because I don't know, y'all. It's hard to explain. And I know it's from the outside looking in, it seems so easy to just be like, forget that nigga. Like, you know, like, don't forget the whole situation. Just dead it for right now. You can't deal with it right now because you have so much other things going on. And believe you me, I am telling myself the same things. But it's just like, when it's right there in your face, there's a lot you can't get around. It's human nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, lip gloss on today. And all I can say is be cautious of how you speak aloud and how you internalize your feelings while you're pregnant. The baby can't feel and hear. Too stressed day to day. I hear you, LaBella. It's only, yeah, think about it, Chrissy. They're still hating on you. Yeah, it's true. Dominici Mackie, yeah. Believe what I say. His mom knows what's going on or something. I'm mad for you, but what do you really think? I don't know what to think. My first mind tells me somebody's playing on my damn phone. That's what my first mind tells me. Because I told you guys the other day, this shit has been like going on. But that's my first mind. But my second mind also tells me, because when I was talking about it this morning with Jazz, I was like, honestly, I've hit a bitch up and been like, hey, I just want you to know we're having a baby in so-and-so, April or whatever. But I text her from his number. And if I did hit a bitch up, I might hit a bitch. Like what I'm saying is,
Christina is an admitted side hoe. She is 1,000% messy. She got up here and told everybody that she blocked DeMarcus from talking to his other baby mama. So she is, reaping what she has sown into the atmosphere of the universe, being a professional side chick, bothering people that won't bother her. She's bad.
This bitch has me fucked up all the way. I mean, the messiest bitch I've ever seen. I mean, when it comes down to it, like, doing the shit that this bitch does is just ridiculously messy. And, like, normally, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I wouldn't clap back, because I do. I clap back every single time. But, you know, if it wasn't worth it, I wouldn't say nothing. Like, if she would have just got on there and said, oh, you a hoe, all you talk about is blah, 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 all you worried about is blah, 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 then fine, whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I think this is a universal, you don't talk about people's kids, you don't bring people's kids into it, you don't talk about none of that shit, unless, you know what I'm saying, like, unless I started some shit like that, then you had every right to try to take the gloves off and do that to me. But if I don't do that to you, you ain't never heard me say nothing about your kids. Don't do me. Don't do me. One thing about a black woman who knows they being fair, you don't respect it. As we know, this bitch has me fucked up all the way.
She has been pressed about that woman and her child by DeMarcus for years now. For years. Like, girl, let it fly. You got 99 baby daddies. Why are you so fixated on that one? And him and the girl ain't even together no more. That is quite confusing to the folks. Very confusing. And where's that video where she said, she basically said F the little girl, DeMarcus's daughter with the Mexican witch. I want to say she actually said that. I said basically, but I think she said that possibly verbatim. Let's see if that video is still up. Because, girl, you really be dragging it. But you want some help with them kids. You couldn't possibly want no help with them kids talking shit like that. You talked about the man mama. Talked about the man, but then continue to, you know what I'm saying, get up on that thing. Like, girl, you just do the most and the least at the same damn time. But yeah, in a nutshell, all that was triggered because DeMarcus's daughter is going to visit his family in Texas. Possibly with DeMarcus or maybe without DeMarcus. I mean, she don't know. I don't know why she getting up here enraged to even say something about it. Girl, mind your business. Protect your peace by minding your damn business. But all the OGs, y'all remember when she basically got up here and said, F that girl's child. And she still reached out and tried to get your kids some damn clothes. Because she recognized the deficits. We all recognize the deficit, girl. Let me see. It was about 2021 in that time frame. Talking that shit. Y'all remember when she came up here smoking that black and mild, talking about the baby? Said, Lord, No, she might have taken that down. But yeah, I definitely remember the time, girl. Just like Michael, bitch, I remember the time you got up here and said F that lady's baby. So I guess everybody didn't say the same thing about your kids. Your one and your possible. Now you're mad. Goodbye. All right, yeah, I don't see it right now. Maybe we'll, if she put that live back up, we'll come and talk about it. But this has been your girl, Marissa Star of Star TV. And yes, that was the baby mama to the nation. Strong Mommy Christina. Strong Moving Christina. Strong Room Chrissy. Whatever y'all want to call her. Running down her list of issues with baby daddies. But the main focus, of course, being DeMarcus. What DeMarcus got between his legs? That's what I need to know. The hell?